good blessings, my brothers and sisters in this truth. All praises to the Most High, through our Savior's name. Let's get our sword out the mud. Brothers and sisters, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. This is spiritual. What I'm spilling is spiritual. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 19 through 20. Also chapter 3, verse 19. We can go to Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. We can go to James chapter 3, verse 17. We can go to Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 23 through 24. We can go to Proverbs chapter 21, verse 30. So that's the worldly wisdom. Remember, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. That's that worldly wisdom. And see, the worldly wisdom needs makeup. To make it look good. You see? To cover up the truth. That world needs makeup, man. To hide the truth. The world got to do extra, got to put that makeup on. But that worldly wisdom leads to destruction. That's why you can't save her. She's meant for destruction. You want that wisdom from above. Proverbs chapter 4. Read the whole chapter. But take note in Proverbs chapter, 4 verse 7. It's a principle thing. And then go to Proverbs chapter 6 verse 25. And then we're going to jump to 2 Kings chapter 9 verse 30. Then we're going to go ahead and keep it moving and go to the back of the book, Revelation chapter 2 verse 20. And read the whole chapter of Revelation of chapter 17. But I want to touch on verse 5. Single that out. Revelation chapter 17, verse 5. My dear brothers and sisters. This worldly wisdom is the new world order that is pushed throughout by Revelation chapter 18 verse 23. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. You know, I know you've heard of a Mickey. You go to a party, someone put something in your drink to drug you up. That's the worldly spirit. That's what the world does. Drug you up, like the movie Divergent. So therefore, you're cut off. Because you high-minded, huh? But we must comprehend that the Most High runs everything. Job chapter 41, verse 33 through 34. My dear brothers and sisters. My dear brothers and sisters. And we must comprehend Isaiah chapter 54, verse 5. Hosea chapter 2. Verses 1 through 22 to 23. And we're going to stay in the book of Hosea and go to the next chapter and read up to verse 5. So we must comprehend it's a spiritual thing. We must comprehend Matthew chapter 23, brothers and sisters. Verse 37. Or it might be Matthew chapter 23, verse 33. I'm away from my sword right now. But I keep it on me in the mind. But we're going to keep it sharpened in the mind and the hand. Prime example. Keep them commandments in your mind and in your hand. But I'm going to clear that up in the comments. Matthew chapter 23, verse 33. Or it's 37. Verse 37. Either 33 or 37, brothers and sisters. But it's in Matthew chapter 23. And Jerusalem didn't want to be saved. Isaiah 59 and 1. Isaiah chapter 59, verse 1. Romans chapter 1, verse 24 through 26. Romans chapter 11, verse 1 through 27. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 22 through 33. Revelation 19. James 4 and 4. 1 John chapter 2, verse 15 through 17. 1 John chapter 5, verse 19. 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. John chapter 8, verse 42 through 47. Romans chapter 3, verse 10 through 11. Revelation chapter 19. Romans chapter 5, verse 10. My dear brothers and sisters, you know, alarm clock has a job, waking up the sleeper. Even though the sleeper bought the alarm clock, knows that the alarm clock is there to help, to get them out of bed. John chapter 5, verse 8. But that alarm clock is despised for waking the person up, doing the job he was supposed to do. But when the person wakes up from out their sleep, give them a few minutes, you understand what I'm saying? Comprehend what I'm saying? Give them a few minutes to wake up. Some will wake up from their sleep, but some will still be sleepwalking. But for those who get up out of the bed and it takes a few minutes to wake up, right? Yes, my dear brothers and sisters, we must be patient with them, just how the Most High has long suffering towards us. My dear brothers and sisters, those that are awake, those that wake up and still sleep while they're waking up by the alarm clock, they still sleepwalking. My dear brothers and sisters, those are the children of the night. But we are children of the day. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 5 through 11. My dear brothers and sisters. So do not get discouraged from the sleepwalkers. Listen, they heard their alarm. They're up, but they're still sleepwalking. Brothers and sisters, I love you. Stay prayerful, my dear brothers and sisters. Listen, do not throw your pearls to the swine. They're going to wear you out. Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. Stay prayerful. Keep your lamps filled with light.